He finally made a couple. He was 2 for 7. I will give you that much. So, for LeBron James last night, through the first 3 quarters, by his very lofty standards, because somebody across the table keeps telling me he is still the best player on the planet. Somebody across the table continues to tell me he's the best player of all time. So he says, and I keep waiting to get struck by lightning sitting across from you, and I'm glad we are socially distancing because the lightning should strike you when you say that and leave me out of it. But the point is, by those standards, through the first 3 quarters, he deserved a flat-out F. I think even if you were on a lie detector, you would give LeBron James an F for the first 3 quarters.
D.
He's fumbling, he's stumbling, he's getting the ball taken right out of his hands twice by Kawhi, once by Joakim Noah, just took it right out of his hands. LeBron, what are you doing? Are you completely out of it? We're going to talk about the Gray leaving his beard last night. I don't know what happened.
What did he talk about?
It just disappeared. I don't know. But he should have just left it in because he's playing like an old man for 3 quarters.
And then what happened?
Well, then all of a sudden he changed shoes. And I think it changed his mindset. And you know how sometimes the silliest little change can make you feel like, maybe I just flipped a switch.
Yes.
Like some sort of, out in the universe. Maybe I just brought new power in by changing my shoes, right?
And Skip, they said, and then you hear guys say, well, why'd you change your shoes? Well, there wasn't no buckets in those shoes.
Yeah. Okay, I buy that. So
Yes.
I don't follow the LeBron shoes, but you say he went to the unreleased 18.
It looked like it was an 18,
And they were fluorescent, sort of Miami Vice-ish sort of colors. And they look kind of crazy to me, but I'm not a LeBron shoe fan. So again,
You're a hater.
Well, I'm not a hater. I bought once upon a time. I don't even know what they were. They were Lowe's, and I thought, oh, they're kind of cool. This is like 12 years ago. I thought, I'm going to give him my money. I'm just going to try. And they fell apart. I don't know. They did.
That did not fall apart. See, there you go with that.
I don't know. So I'm a Jordan man, except for my one pair of New Balance, my Kawhis. They were given to me.
Did you see with them essential workers that your guy had on? That might be why he couldn't get around LeBron.
So he can't get any lift because they're just too clunky, too heavy.
Yep.
So again, F for the first 3 quarters, and I'm going to give him an A- because he played very well. I'm not going to give him great for the 4th quarter. I mean, what did he score? 7 points?
7 points.
Okay.
4 rebounds, 2 assists.
3 of 7. 1 of 3 from 3. It's not like all-time stats. It's not the kind of stats that you can keep reciting for a whole show to say, oh, what are you going to do with 27, 7, 7, or whatever it is, 28, 8, and 8.
Yeah.
It's not those kind of numbers.
It wasn't that type of night.
Right? And what's his grand total points for this night?
16.
16 points. Well, by his standards, that's pretty pathetic.
Yeah, he didn't shoot the ball well. Skip. He didn't get to the free throw line, only 2 free throw attempts.
So I'm going to average those 2 grades, F and A-, both very objective, and that brings me to a C+. So C+, that's about what kind of night he had. But he is getting credit for a game winner that was simply the luckiest game winner I've ever seen. I've never seen anything like what happened. He gets Marcus Morris on him. They bang into each other. LeBron jacks up a shot that most other players would get yanked from the game for even trying to take.
They would not stop.
Yes, they would. It's just a horrible shot. It's so bad. It's so short. It grazes the underside of the rim and ricochets straight back to a LeBron while all 9 other players sort of stop like, are you going to blow a whistle here? Isn't it a charge? Didn't he charge?
No, he's an and 1.
Yeah. And Marcus Morris is like, flopping for the charge, so he's completely out of the picture at that point. And LeBron says, look what I found. I found a basketball, and I found a superhighway to the basket, and Doc had gone small.
Well, if you don't mind me asking, why would Kawhi switch it?
Switch what?
They put him in the pick and roll, yeah. Why did he fight over the top of that? Okay. That's what LeBron did.
You know what? I'm glad you brought that up because to my eye, I would have fought over the pick every time.
Because he didn't want that problem.
Doc is clearly teaching we're going to switch everything. So they switched on the perimeter. It was very easy for LeBron to escape from Kawhi because all he needed was a pick from another guard.
Well, the thing is, if that's Paul George and Kawhi, yeah, okay, you switch that.
Okay,
but anybody
Marcus
else?
Morris.
No.
Yeah.
No. But even if it's Paul George, Kawhi, you wave that off. Because you remember Kawhi tried to wave off the pick when he tried to get LeBron. He tried to wave off the pick. He said, nah, I don't want it.
Yeah.
LeBron said, oh, you don't want a pick? You think you get to the basket on me?
Yeah. So help me out. How many game winners have you seen from point-blank range, uncontested, with not a hand in sight or a body in sight, where somebody gets a wide open super highway, somebody who is 6'9", and just gets to lay it over the rim for what became the game winner.
Well,
how many times do you see that?
I've seen LeBron do it several times. Remember,